Hour. 'Tis the season to be giving.
But as John Stossel demonstrates in tonight's episode of Stossel, not everyone in every organization is worthy of your charity. Some are actually scammers.
I put on a fake beard and tried begging in New York City.
You help me, ma'am?
People gave me money. They gave me money when my cardboard sign said homeless and cold, and they even gave when I changed it to need a beer.
Thank you.
You know, I'm a beer drinker myself.
Yeah, thank you.
When we asked givers why they gave, people said things like this.
I don't know, that guy looked pretty needy, I suppose.
I just begged for an hour, but I did well. If I did this for an 8-hour day, I would have made $90. 23,000 for a year. Tax-free.
So who should you donate to? Let's talk to the guy who is not really homeless. We're talking about Fox Business host John Stossel. John, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Are you suggesting that the people who are begging for money on the streets, we should not give them money?
Yes, and it's not I who am suggesting that. The people who work with the homeless say don't give them money. It's a bad thing. You're an enabler. You're enabling their alcohol or their drug habit. And far better to, if you really think they're for real, and most are not, to try to help them get to one of the social service agencies.
But I think some people do like seeing exactly where their money is going. And this actually brings me to the next point. You say that there are a ton of charities out there that really aren't putting their money where their mouth is, right? So you have ones that we should
Some
possibly
spend
avoid.
most of the money on fundraising and officers' salaries. And I give to charities that I can observe personally. But they're also, which is one way to check,
Sure.
and there are also charity rating services like Charity Navigator and the Better Business Bureau, and they help, but it's not perfect. They get conned too.
What are some of your favorites?
Well, I give to Central Park Conservancy because I can see they do a good job taking care of this park when the government let it go to seed. I give to a group called Doe Fund, Men in Blue, Ready, Willing, and Able. You've seen them around here. They rehab ex-cons, and I watch them work, and I could see that they walk with spring in their step. And they must be doing a good job. I checked them out. They have a good record.
So where exactly do you go to find out? Because I think everybody wants to know. They see these things advertised. They watch the commercials on TV, and you wonder, where's my money exactly going?
Well, again, there's no exactly you can check.
But you can ask about overhead. How much money goes to overhead? You could see a breakdown of their budget.
Well, they tell you the truth, and you can see the breakdown
What
of
are
the budget.
some of the worst ones out there?
There are some listed by the Tampa Tribune that did a study on this and found some of the Make-A-Wish charities,
Like
not the national one.
Kid-Wish Network, only
Oh, there we go. Kid-Wish Network. Only 2% of the money, 2.5% were spent on actual aid. Cancer Fund of America, less than 1% of the donations were spent on aid. Children's Wish Foundation International, 10% of the donation. But this was from their telephone fundraising. So in general, never respond when they call you up.
What was it like being homeless in your mind and getting this money?
I felt foolish and uncomfortable, and it was just to make the point that that the experts say don't give to these people.
We had no background check on
What
Stossel.
did you do to the money that was donated to you?
We donated it to a real charity.
Okay.
Wasn't that much, but it was more than minimum wage.
So the best thing for you to do is watch Stossel tonight on the Fox Business Network.
That's right.
It's where you learn everything.
9 o'clock. Thanks, John.
Thank you.
I always use his facts.